Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an interesting puzzle in front of us. We have a lot of given information, which is not something that normally occurs on this channel. So I thought it'd be a nice little change of pace to try to look at one of these. Usually I will not do these kinds of puzzles, just because I kind of like the fact that there not being any clues. But I think it's still, these are still worthwhile puzzles. They're probably beautiful puzzles that I might be just erroneously looking past just because they have given digits. So I want to try to step out of what the normality of what I try to do on this is, I guess, and do some more puzzles that have some given digits, and they might have some unique situations going on. So thought process, that's what I was just getting out there. So anyway, with that said, let's take a look at the rules of this thing and see if we can get this thing sorted out. So we have normal Sudoku. So every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. We've got Renban, so every magenta line contains a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeats. So all of the lines are Renbans. They're all magenta. So these guys here will be 3 digits that are consecutive without being repetitious. Then we have skyscrapers. So these outside clues are skyscraper clues. So each cell represents a skyscraper whose height is the digit in that cell. Taller skyscrapers obscure the view of smaller ones. Clues outside the grid count how many skyscrapers can be seen in their row or column looking from the clue. So this 5 clue means that we can see 5 different skyscrapers in some order. Like this could be a 1, 3, well, I was going to put something in here, but we'll do it an opposite way. Let's do it this way, which it'll make sense no matter what I put. So this could be like an 8, 7, 6, and then this could be a 5. And we would be seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different skyscrapers. And then everything behind them would be the lower digits, so they would be hidden from view. So this would be an acceptable way of, other than the fact the 8 is there, but we're not worried about that. It's just through the optics of it. So anyway, so it means that we see 5 skyscrapers this way. This one says 7, 3, 5, 4, 4, 6, etc. So we're gonna have to work out how we can put digits in some way where we can see the given number of skyscrapers. So anyway, that said, those are the rules. Link's gonna be in the description below. Let's give it a try. See if we can work it out. So the question is going to be, where do we start with looking at Renban, or do we start thinking about our skyscraper clues? Because this 7 clue is actually pretty useful, very useful actually. Because of this 9, we're going to have to see 7 clues. Well, this 9 is it can't be here, so at the very least it has to be here. Now, if it is here, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits at a max. So therefore, this is going to be our 9, because we can't put it here, because if we do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits would be the most that we could ever see. So whatever these 2 digits are, well, this one's obviously a 7, but whatever this digit is, it's always hidden behind the 9. So this has to be some kind of like a thermo situation, where we're going to see every single digit. So this is obviously the highest digit, and they will go down in some order. Now, I don't know if we can well, maybe we can. I didn't mean to use that version. Go away. Maybe we can do like a thermo thing here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And see... Yeah, because I think we're actually going to get something because of the given digits. Because this, if we think about this as being a thermo, it coming down from the 9, we're not being able to use the 7. This could be 8 or 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1 would be kind of the options of what these could be. Now, yeah, those are the only options because of the 7 here. So now this 5 sees this. So now we're put into the place where this is going to have to be a 6, which means this is the 8. Now, we don't technically know what any of these are, because they could still go down in some random bits of order. Actually, is that even... Yeah, that is true, because we do have to see every single one of them. Okay. Sometimes when we're looking at skyscrapers, I kind of miss that you could have a digit hidden behind another one, but because of this particular situation, this is what this needs to be. Okay. So, that said, what does that tell us? Well, it does tell us something because of the 7 and this Renban. This Renban must have a 7 on it because it has an 8 on it. So it could be 9, 8, 7, 6 or 8, 7, 6, 5. Those are the only options. Either one has a 7. So this is a 7. Now, there's also a 6 on one of these. And because we now can't go up to the 9, this is 6, 5. Okay. That's useful. We don't have anything quite looking at it just yet, but it is what it is. One of these is a 4. I was starting to think about this 4 skyscraper clue, because we're going to see 2 of these no matter what, because we can't put anything high here, higher than the 7, because then we're just blocking, and this would be like a 1 or a 2 clue. So we will see this one, we will see this one. This has to be a lower digit than the 5 or the 6. So it's going to be from 1, 2, 3, or 4. So that's 1, 2, 3 digits seen. We can only see one more digit, and it's going to be the 9, because at some point there's going to be a 9, and that is higher than the 7. So the 9 has to go in one of these. Obviously, it can't go in these, so one of these is 9. Now, we don't really know which one it is, because these 2 could just be low digits, and then we get to the 9. Now, we can say, well, it doesn't really matter because it's 8 here, but we could say we couldn't put an 8 into one of these or something like that, but that doesn't come into play. So, I guess we also know that one of these is an 8. It's not going to be this one because of this 6 clue. I'm also wondering if this 5 clue is going to give us much use. We could think about that, but I don't know if it's going to give us much, because it could just be 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, obviously, we can reduce some of these. But is that going to really give us anything useful? It doesn't seem like it does. It was a novel kind of check here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all of those options still seem like they're on the table. Okay. It was worth a shot at looking at that, see if we can figure anything out. It doesn't look like we can. I mean, I guess we know there's no 9 on this Renban in anywhere. It's kind of a thought process to go through. Because if there is, there would have to be an 8, but it's seen by all the 8s. Or by these 2 8s, I should say. Okay, what else can we look at? Do any of these other... What about this 4 clue? Let's think about that. Again, this can't be a high digit, because it would block off the 4s. So it has to be something below the 5 or the 6. So it's from 2, 3, and 4. Because obviously it can't be 1. Now, that doesn't say the same thing that we said over here, because this could be 6 and this could be 5. So we would only be seeing 1, 2, 3 at the moment, and then a 9 at some place. Well, I guess it does actually say that is the case, because if this is a low digit, we have 1, and this was 5 and 6, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we would have a 9 here somewhere, and that would be the 5th digit, so it can't be. So this actually is 6 and 5, so that we can prevent seeing too many. Now, that pushes an 8 down here, but it kind of already did because of this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I was going to see if this we could remove the 8 from this option of the Renban, but it doesn't look like we can. So one of these is going to be a 9. I don't want to necessarily put that down because it's going across the region. Okay. What about this? I was going to say 6s and 6s in general. This is a 6. Stop doing that, mouse. That's a 6. The 4 here actually says this isn't a 4 either. Obvious stuff. Let's get that out of the way. What else can we say? I guess it does say that one of these is a 7, because we can use the digits we have, so we might as well. One of these will be 6. Looking at the 5 there, but it doesn't seem like it really goes too hard. One of these is an... Okay, there we go. 8s. Let's look at those. None of these can be 8s. This is... What else? Has to be a 1 in one of these two, but then the rest of it is from... Well, no, this one could be a 1 as well. These are just from 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, that is useful, though. We'll put it in and then look at the consequences of what that does in this column. Where does the 5 go? This is the only place it can go. Where does the 4 go? This is the only place it can go. Now we have a 1, 2, 3 trip left over, and we've got some work done. Good. What do we take out of that, then? We think about these guys. One of these is a 3. That removes these from being 3s. So one of these is a 3. We'll take what little bits we can get. This being a 4. I'm wondering if that does anything with this Renban yet. Don't think it does, because again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in some fashion could work. Okay, is there anything more with our base Sudoku we can start thinking about? Don't have a lot of digits yet, but we do have a couple. One of these will be a 5. Oh, this can't be an 8 because of this 5 clue. Because the most it would ever have be whatever this is, the 8 and then a 9 somewhere. That still doesn't tell us what this is necessarily. I mean, we do know there is a 5 on this thing, but it could be here or one of these two because of the length of it. What else can we do, though? Kind of getting sidetracked here. Doopy-doop. I think we just need to get back to where we once belonged. And go back to our Sudoku here for a second, see if anything starts popping out. Yeah, this is a 5, 6, 7. That's something. Because 5s, 6s, and 7s are all given and looking in here. Good. The 1. This is a 1. Just by the point of these being 5, 6, 7s then removes those from the equation of the 1. So this is not a 1, so we get a 2, 3 pair. This is a 1, 4 pair. This being the 2, 3 pair. These we have given digits, so we're going to be able to figure out what this is. Well, they're not given, but we know what the options are. They are 2, 3, and 9. This is not 3. The rest of it is what it is. This is a 4. Okay. We don't quite know what these are yet, but we do know there's an 8 and a 9 in this. 5, 6, 7. This can't be 9, so this is an 8, 9 pair. Good. We could push both of those off. Can this ever be a 7? Let's start thinking about this Renban in terms of what the skyscraper is. It can't ever be 7. I don't think it'd be 6 either. Because if we have a 7, the most we can see is 7, 8, and 9. That's 3. If We have 6, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's only 4. This is 5. Good. We can make some determinations there. Now, this is either 2 or 3. So there's going to be a little bit of a reduction about what these other values can be. And the fact that this is a 5 actually says that the 6, 7, 8, and 9 are in some ascending order along the rest of this thing. What it is, though, well, that is useful because we can't put an 8 on here because we're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be the most. This can't be an 8, so one of these is 8. We just said the 6, 7, 8, and 9 have to be in some ascending order. So this can never be the 8. One of these two has to be the 9. So we get an 8 and 9 over here. Doesn't really say a whole lot about the 7, because the 7 could go here, here. Well, it's one of these two. I don't like going cross county here, but maybe the 6 works. This can't be 6, this can't be 6. This is not going to be 6, because then we have 6, 8, and 9. The 7 would be back here somewhere and covering our 6, but we have to see our 6. So this is the 6. Now we have 4, 5, and 6. So this could be 2, 3, or 7, I think are the options, because we could still have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or it's the 2 and the 3 on the low side. Okay. So we got some info. Oh, this can't be the 7. Duh. Because of exactly what we just said over here. One of these two is the 7. So this is a 2, 3 pair. So these are 1, 7, 8, 9. These two are not 7s. This is not 8 or 9. This is not 8. This is not 9. Okay. We got that organized now, I think. Okay. And there's no other digits looking down on this just yet that can help sort this grouping. Okay. So there we go. So we know there's going to be some version of 7, 8, 9, and the 1 just intersperses itself at some point. Okie dokie. What else do we have? Can we go back to our Sudoku now and do more work? I don't know. Or maybe we need to look more at this guy and see maybe what this could end up being. Because it's not going to be very high that it can be. So let's think about that. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. These are a 1, 5, 7 triple. Let's look at it this way. This can never be a 7. It's never going to be a 5 either. Same situation here, but even one worse. If this was a 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's only 5 digits. So this is 1. These are not 1s. Good. Now we don't have a 5 or a 7 looking at these, but that's okay. What else can we say? I would like to remove this as a 6. I wonder if we... No, we can't do that, can we? Because 6, 7, 8, and 9, plus the 1 and some digit between the two could work to get us up to the 6. Because if I could remove the 6 here, that means this is 2, 3, 4. That's kind of why I wanted to go at it. And we can put a 3 here and have a 2, 4 pair, and other such things could occur. We can't do that just yet. Maybe we can eventually. But what else can we do? Let's keep on keeping on. Do we go for rows? Do we go for columns? Do we just do base Sudoku? I don't 100%. No. So, I'm not seeing Sudoku be the breadwinner here. Could we continue this grouping here? Because we have 1, 2, 3. So we can only see one more. Yeah, that's what we could have determined this 9, 8. Not that it necessarily gives us a lot of information, but because we already see 3, we can only see one more, so the 8 can't go in front of the 9. So this is 9, this is 8. just tells us one of these is, but that's kind of a blah sort of thing. What else can we do with these guys? We already kind of worked this out because we have 3 already. The 9 has to appear before the 8. We just use that to what extent we can. It's essentially done. This 3, maybe we can use the 3. We can actually. That's interesting. Because of this 6-7 pairing, if we were to put the 7 first, one of these will be a 9. Everything else is going to be obscured. There's only 2. So this has to be 6, then 7. And we're going to know one of these is at 9 at some point, but it doesn't do anything else with the numbering. The 7 here, we've already kind of done that. So that ship sailed. Whatever this is, it's in between, so we can see the 7 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We haven't touched this 5 clue yet. And the 6 clue, I think there's too much doing. The 5 clue also feels like there's... Well, I guess this can't be an 8. There we go. That's what we had to use the 5 for. If this is an 8, the most we can ever see is 1, 2, 3, 4. That don't work. So this can't be 8, which means this is 8, which means this is 9. Okay. That is useful because we can use those 9s and say this is a 9. That pushes the 2. So this is a 3-9 pair now. We could also probably start looking at this row. Unless there's something else poking its little head out. Don't think so. Let's think about these guys for a second. See if there's anything in it. 1, 7, and 8. Nothing. Okay. I thought I'd give it a look and see, but doesn't really seem to do much. So it is what it is. We have to go back and find some other clue to work with. What about this 6 now that this 9 is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the most we can ever see. So we have to see every single one of these. So this can never be a 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this has to be a 4 to be behind so that the 5 isn't obscured. That gets rid of our 6 value. So these are now not 7 or 8. So they have to be a 2, 3. So this is 3. This is 2. That gives us the 9 and the 3. Perfect. Now we're going somewhere. This can't be a 6. Again, we have to be able to see all these. So this actually just is 3 and 2. So that we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits. Now we know what these 2 digits are, and that might give us what this Renban is. They are 6 and 7. We do, because if these are 6 and 7, we can't go up to an 8, so we have to go down to a 5. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And that 6, 7 says this is 1 and 7. That gives us the 1 here. Good. Anything else that does for us? What about these 3 digits? Okay, just look at the 3. This is a 3. Therefore, these 2 digits are going to be 2 and 4. No crossover just yet. And doesn't really get us into these guys either. We do know there's a 3 on this Renban. So that means this digit has to be higher than the 3 because it can't use 1 or 2. So it's either 4, 6. I don't think we can go up to 7. 3, 4, 5. No, 7 won't work. So it's either 4 or 6 here. There's a little bit of reduction there, I guess, because we can't ever go down to 1. So we could have 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that is possible because the 2 could be here. That would force this to be a 4, and this could be a 5. Because there's nothing seeing it. We might need to get more information before we get onto that guy, so maybe we should do that first. What else can we say? Maybe one of these guys is going to get... Yeah, 7s and 8s. This is a 7 or 8 pair. what are these guys? 1 and, well, just the 1 has to go here. What was the other digit? 6. That rules out our 6. This is 4. 6. Good. This is a 7 or an 8 for the column, and we have a 7. So 8, 7, 8, 8. These are 5 and 7, so this has to be 5, and this has to be 7. That 7 says this is 5, and this is 7, so a lot of the work we did prior is coming to bear here. These have to be 1, 3, and 9. That forces this to be 4 and 1. Okay, this 1, 3 says this is 9. These are not. Get rid of that. What more? So we have a 3 and a 4. We can't ever go up to 6 now. So there must be a 5 on this thing. Well, there doesn't have to be a 5. I guess there could. Yeah, there does have to be a 5 because we can't put a 1. So it's going to be 2 and 5. Because we can't, again, it can't go up to 6. So our options are going to would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, not using the 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, can't go to 6. So this is the 5. This is the 2. This is now a given 9, appears to be. So these are not 9s. This one is. Get rid of those. The 6 here says what these are, 7 and 6. That was probably sitting there for a bit. That's okay. Got there. Anyway, what are these 2 digits? 4 and 7. We can do that. 7, 4. What are these 2 digits now in the column? 4 and 5. We can do that. And that'll break our 2, 4. And our 3, 2. And 3. And 1 and 3. And that's going to get these guys up here done as well. Now we can just fill in the rest of the digits. And we'll check on our skyscrapers just to make sure everything turned out the way it was supposed to be. These are, so 1, these we'll check the skyscrapers before we hit the final solution here. So these are 2 and 8. Well, we know which one's which, but let's look at the skyscrapers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We are good. Good. So this is 8 and 2. We got there. Cool. 27, 43. 93 solves in 13 days. Not very many, I guess, but good puzzle. I really enjoyed that one. Not too bad of a solve time. I get a little bit stuck on a couple of those spots, but I think I got through it fairly well. So anyway, I really did enjoy that puzzle. So I'm going to be less bothered, maybe is the best way to put it, by multiple given digits in puzzles, because this was a beautiful puzzle to go through. The given digits are, again, it's just kind of a thing I like to not have too many given digits, but that then again puts puzzles that are as good as this out of range, I guess, if you would. But this one turned out to be quite good. So that said, you'll probably see me post some more videos that have given digits on them. Hopefully, I mean, to what extent, I'm not obviously going to put just a given digit Sudoku on here. It's got to have some kind of variant situation going on. Otherwise, it's just not quite as fun for me. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.